Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Carolina Panthers. With that, it's time for Super Bowl 55, as we'll get you over to Tampa. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Make it a good one, gents.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Oakland Raiders taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. We are honored to be here for the biggest spectacle in sports, the Super Bowl. Are you ready, partner?
I am more than ready, and I love the word you used, honored, because it is an honor to be here. It's a privilege to be here. My excitement is just about to burst through the booth. I can't wait to do this.
Well, and sitting with both of these teams and talking in the meetings and media day and all the hoopla that goes into this, there was one common theme. They're ready to stop the talking and start playing football.
Yeah, they were probably ready a while ago. Now they can just focus on it. It's done. The only talking they have to worry about now is post-game, and they hope that they'll be talking as the winning team.
And we'll see. You know, both sides come in with a game plan to start. We'll see how the adjustments are made throughout, because there are always adjustments in this game.
I want to see if they come out conservative, trying to minimize errors, or if they have enough confidence to attack early and try and take advantage of the other team's nervousness.
Talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here's their opening drive, and they'll be led out by the NFL's most valuable player from 2015. It's Cam Newton.
There are a number of great quarterbacks in the NFL, but I have to believe that the prototype in terms of look has to be Cam Newton. That stature and frame, almost breathtaking when you see him in person. And now he's starting to put it all together with consistency in his game, throwing, running, leading.
On second down, McCaffrey. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Whenever we talk about Zach Brown, the first thing that comes to mind is speed. He can absolutely fly at the linebacker position.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to the back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a line.
Touchdown, Carolina! With a first touchdown of the Super Bowl and a long one at that. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch Derek Carr grow as a pro. When he was a rookie, they tried to game plan around him so that he didn't have too much responsibility. Now, I don't think they can heap enough things on his shoulders because they know he can handle them.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also when you talk about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From the 50, Newton completes it to Samuel. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. That was off kilter. Offense up front, everyone was just kind of out of sync.
Well, from my perspective, that certainly looked like the defense just destroyed that play, absolutely just took it over.
All right, so I'm going to revamp what I said. The defense was in sync. How about that?
Oh, I like that one.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-0. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. 73 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to
Paralyzing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. With a 2nd and 6. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
Now, plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff looking right. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. That good for 19 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First down carry for Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Newton now to throw. And they got the hook up. This is Olsen. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Newton will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Carr now to throw. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Carr, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Carr now on 1st down. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. He completes it to Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now a play fake. Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. So we've reached so the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated. Ready to go for the second half. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle. And we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll throw with Carr, rolling to his right. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Here's Henry, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 4 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. anticipating when we have to make the call. They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
7 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there for Carolina. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. This is McCaffrey. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Newton. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you, someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation, because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. To see if he can do it. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. And quickly, they get to the line. On second down, it's Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And what can they do here on second and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now Cone got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr. He's going to fire one. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 7. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. He belted that thing, a leg of steel, and an even 70 yards on the punt that time. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 11. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Draw play. This is Henry. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. And Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Brian Burns bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Wide open receiver complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. One final try now for Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
He was really in his book in front of his own store, rolling 60s. He felt safe. Everyone loved him. Didn't seem like he had security with him. Didn't seem like he had a gun with him.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Broadcast partner Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
You know what I'm saying? You go to the burger stand, he on that. You go right here, he everywhere. He shooting videos. You know, come on, man. He be hypnotized with hatred. That nigga been thinking about killing nipples for 3-4 years.
Yeah, I mean, we started reporting, you know, on the grand jury transcripts and everything else like that. They knew each other. You know, he approached them. You know, the girl that was with him, the driver, took a selfie with Nipsey. And Nipsey brought up the whole snitch thing, which I think is what set it all off. Number one, did you know Nipsey though?
Yeah, I knew Nip. I fuck with Nip, man. I fuck with Nip, dog. Go to the marathon and fuck with Nip. You know, when I first, about 8 months after I came home, me and Nip did a record. When I used to go out there, Nip let me use his black truck, you know, his SUV and shit. I fuck with Nip.
Oh wow, you guys were actually cool.
I wouldn't say, we cool on the rap level. I respect him, he respect me. If he come to my city, I'm gonna take care of him. If I go there, he gonna take care of me. If I need him for something, if I need anything, I can call him. You know what I'm saying? Especially that good ass weed. Yeah.
You know, when you look at the whole situation, it all seems like, I mean, I think you're right. That dude was probably hating him for 3-4 years. But what probably set it all off was Nipsey calling him a snitch. And a lot of people look at the situation and say Nipsey was too big to be telling that to someone. You know what I mean? If he felt that way, he should let one of his little homies handle that. He shouldn't be engaging people when he's so much above them. You see what I'm saying? Because
no, I don't see what you're saying. A rat. I tell me, what do you? This shit ain't like on no movies where motherfucker coming to you and you send a nigga to talk to him and say, nah, he a rat. You tell him right there, nigga, you a snitch. The fuck up. This shit ain't like the movies when somebody walking. Nah, shit don't go like that.
So you've called people snitches in the last few years to their face.
If I see a rat, if I see a rat, I'll tell him straight up, ain't no rats gonna really come around me though, blood. Like niggas know if you're a rat, niggas ain't gonna even come around me. You know, niggas gonna tuck their tail, dog. Niggas ain't coming around me like this. Niggas already know that. One of my cousin partners, these niggas just went on talking about he a rat. He know he can't come around. My cousin know he can't bring him around. Here. Fuck that nigga been wanting to kill me. Straight up.
Yeah, man, because he was an aspiring rapper himself.
He wanted Nip 5, bro. Hypnotized with hatred. He wanted Nips and motherfucking 5, bro. He said they killed that man, not that man kids. Come on, man. The kids hurt more than anything. The kids and the mamas and shit. They should have took that money from everybody. Reggie Bush trying to get that money. I wish something happened to me. I want motherfuckers to just start a fucking trust fund for my kids. I'm gonna take that money. But we the children supposed to reap all the gangster shit my daddy did. All the realness my daddy did, I'm supposed to reap that. Straight up. That's what I ain't gonna say that for the Nipsey family. That's what I did for my family. We gonna accept that. Everybody wanna show some love for what my daddy did, what my family done put down. Because ain't enough money, it ain't never enough show, man. For real, dog. Because I was gonna donate him to them. But when they did that, they had me feeling like, I was like, no, I ain't gonna do that because I might, that might look bad on my end. So I went to the store, spent about $3,000 on t-shirts, hats, everything. Just to try to get something back, you know. But shit, I respect Reggie Bush for what he did.
Man, listen, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Fucked up situation, but and just recently we interviewed Slim 400, who's, affiliated with YG. And he got shot 9 times on his own block, going back to visit a family member. You're in your neighborhood, in your car.
Yeah.
Okay. And I guess you have some other people in the car with you also, right?
Yeah, I had 2 bros in the car, but my vehicle is hella tinted. So when I jump out to go see my family, like, I guess these dudes was already on the block waiting for anybody to pull up to do whatever they was gonna do, but I was the one they called. So as I was walking, they already about to get the pop. So once I hear shots, shit, I'll get to trying to run, Doug, get behind cars to get to my folks, like garage and house. And with me kind of halfway get there, I kind of fall. And one of my relatives come out the house, while they still shooting at a nigga, they pulling me and dragging me in, talking to me, trying to keep me alive. And it worked, you feel me? So ambulance came and took me from there, bro. But I still fully myself. I'm out. You feel me? I ain't really know what's going on, but like I said, I got hit 9 times.
I mean, the fact that you survived is crazy. Like, he walked into that room and we had this interview, and I'm looking at him like, God damn, you've been shot 9 times. And you're doing interviews right now. But it's once again that same situation. Going back to your own neighborhood, hanging out, thinking everybody loves you when there's 1 or 2 people who really don't love you.
Right. I just left my hood yesterday.
Yeah, how's that?
Oh yeah, we do a little after Tutor party, we just turned up in the hood and barbecue all day.
No incidents? Everything was love?
Yeah, everything was love. I don't have no incidents. No, no.
That's what's up. You don't live there anymore, though.
Nah, I don't live there. But you gotta protect yourself, bro. You gotta, you can't be too comfortable.
Yeah, I remember Trey D in this interview. He talked about how the term "keeping it real" is the worst term to ever hit the black community.
That's really kind of like a downfall of celebrity in the hood when you make it. Because, okay, if you move out or if you're not around, then, oh yeah, he don't come through no more. You know what I'm saying? Nigga went Hollywood. You know what I mean? If you do, you can't do it with bodyguards and security all around. You can, let's just scare your ass, motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, sitting over here flossing. Nobody gonna do nothing to you. You got them motherfuckers. They ain't gonna do shit anyway. Motherfuckers slap the shit out of one of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that be the attitude then. But, the keeping it real, that was the worst phrase that ever hit the urban community, I think, in the world.
Right, that comes with success. You can't please everybody. So they're gonna have them motherfuckers, they gonna always have them people not satisfied or got something to say. You know what I'm saying? As far as people trying to hurt you, at the same time you gotta surround yourself. When you on your block, you gotta surround yourself, with artillery. You know what I'm saying? That's just how that goes. You gotta surround yourself with heavy artillery when you go to your neighborhood. People gotta be around you on the corners. This how it gotta be. You know what I'm saying? You're a celebrity. Especially if you're putting work in your neighborhood. You gotta pass in your neighborhood. You got kids. You got kids. You got. Everybody got family. Everybody got. That's what everybody needs to know. No matter what you done did in life, everybody got family who might want revenge.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, that interview is just as valid today as when we recorded it.
Yeah, man. He was hypnotized. He went. His girl. His girl took a selfie with him. His girl, he loving, she done took a selfie with Nipsey. You heard? Bitch about trying to, bitch, he ain't never seen that happen in her life. Yeah, that nigga, yeah, all this shit. You didn't see that video, huh? You didn't see that video way back a couple years ago when that nigga, how he looked when he shook Nipsey hand, huh?
That wasn't actually him. I know what you're talking about, but they said that wasn't actually him.
Man, that was that nigga. Look at that nigga.
Not sure.
I'm telling you, man, that nigga was hypnotized with hatred. Why would you want to kill Nipsey? Like, why would you want, if you know you're a rat, you know you're a rat. Him telling you you're a shit was not the total reason, not even close to the reason why he killed this nigga. Been one. Been hating on the ball. He wanted to rap. Everywhere you go, you hear Nip. You don't hear that, you hear Nip. He's been wanting to rap. He's been wanting to be a boss like Nip. This nigga about was getting shirts printed with shit on it. You about was getting shirts printed with shit on it. He was hypnotized. He was hypnotized, man.
Well, yeah, I think the point you just brought up, I never really thought about it, is that if the girl that he's with is taking selfies with Nipsey Hussle,
That bitch
Nipsey standing right there.
That bitch ain't never been that happy. He saw something in that wide. That bitch ain't never been that happy.
Well, you know, if you talk about hypnotized, how else do you describe shooting someone in broad daylight with like 20 or 30 witnesses around with cameras everywhere?
Bro, if it was just a snitch, if he was just killed him because it was a snitch, he wouldn't even die in the shot. Bump off. You call me a snitch, bump off. That's what it would have been. When you come back 3 times, you kick him, man, you've been wanting to fight him and kick him. Bitch ass nigga, you been wanting to fight him and kick him. That nigga was hypnotized. You shoot nigga and kick him, then you been had this. I know when you fight him now, I know how this shit is. When you go to the streets and want to kick this nigga, you been wanting to fuck this nigga up, man. That nigga was hypnotized, man. How the fuck you, why you kick him? You been wanting to kick him. That bitch, it ran quite got you. You been wanting to fight him and kick him. You been wanting to fight him. That's what he been wanting to do, fight him, get him on the ground and kick him.
Sad, man. It's sad. And then, you know, 2 other people got shot too. I actually interviewed one of the dudes that got shot. You know, they tried to put him back in prison. Carrie Layton, who just got out of prison for doing murder or something like that.
Yeah, I heard about that. Did he ever got out?
Yeah, he got out. As a matter of fact, after our interview, we raised like, I don't know, like 30 to 40,000 for his GoFundMe. They ended up dropping charges against him. They got out. I think what they were trying to do was get him to like testify to help their case. That's what they were really doing. But yeah, man, I think we helped him out.
Yeah, bro, I wanted to see that dude come home, dog. That's how that system works.
Now, last time, well, a couple of times we did our interviews, we were talking about the case that happened in the shopping mall with the security guard.
Right.
And just recently, you got hit with a $233,000 judgment.
Yeah, I just appealed. I was never given a court notice, never, you know my address, I was never given a court notice, never sent nothing to me. Wow, this is the biggest shit going on in my life in the world. This man sprayed me in front of my kids. Why would I not go to court? Answer that.
Right.
Why in the hell would I not go to court? I'm suing y'all, I'm suing the still suing dealers. Why the hell would I not go to court for this man who sprayed me? Man, this is a whole cahoots, man. But soon as a judge default, you can send paperwork to my house. But you done never sent it to me all this damn time. Never asked that I have a lawyer representing me on this case. This production, Mississippi, man, I'm going to get some real shit, bro. I'm fighting. I just appealed that. sent it to me. Why would I not come? Why a judge gotta hear me? Why would I not come to court? This man on camera spraying me. He is all the way to the wrong. Why would I not come to court? Why? Why? I love going to court down there. Why would I not go to court? This is my justice, man. This is my justice for the man who gets for the people who did it to me. The people I hate. Why would I not go to court? This is where
I just want to point out that basically, for people that aren't familiar with the court system, if you have a case, if you have a court case, and you don't show up, they're just going to listen to one side of the story and assume they're telling the truth and give them something called a default judgment. Meaning that, okay, the other side didn't show up, here's what we're going to give you. Without any sort of opposition. You have